All right, the next thing that we're going to be working on in the class and in this unit on geometry is we're going to find the volume of composite shapes. And so this Tin Man is a great example of a composite shape where he is made up of a lot of different 3D figures. And so composite shape just means that you're adding different 3D figures together. You're just, we have a sphere and a cone and a cylinder, and we're going to have all those volumes and add them up. You can also have composite shapes where some of the shapes are like inverted and where you would be taking that volume out of something else. So maybe you have a sphere that's kind of hollow on the inside, so you have to find the area of the outside sphere and then take away the area of the inside sphere, something like that. So we're going to start with this because I think it's a pretty good sort of basic example of how to find a composite volume, and then we'll practice it more in depth in class. So first we have a sphere right here, and we know that the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. And so to find the volume, we're going to have 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed, but the instructions say to leave everything in terms of pi, so I'm going to have a pi right here. So I'm going to have 4/3 times 3 to the third power is 36. So 36 pi for the volume of the sphere. A cone, the volume is going to be 1/3 times the area of the base, and the area of the base of a cone is a circle, and so that would be pi r squared, and then that is multiplied by the height, which is 15. And so again, I'm not going to be plugging in the pi to my calculator. I'm going to leave the pi right there. So I'm going to have 1/3 times 12 squared times 15. So 720 pi. All right, next I have the cylinder that his face is made with, and so the volume, I don't know why I keep saying area. The volume of a cylinder is the area of the base multiplied by the height, and the height here is 12. Now this base is going to have the same base as the cone, and that's because you can see that they come together perfectly. So the area of the circle that was used for the cone is the same area of the circle that's going to be used for the cylinder. So that's pi r squared. All right, so I'm going to say 12 squared times 12. So 1,728 pi. Okay, next we have two pyramids. You can see that we kind of have a line drawn up here. Two pyramids, and we know that the formula for the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, so height is 36. The area of the base of these would just be rectangles, and they told you that it's 24 inches by 48. So I'm going to do 24 times 48. Now, this is just the volume for one pyramid. We're doing two of those, so I need to do 2 times 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. This time I don't have a pi, so I can just type it all in. Times 24 times 48 times 36. Okay. Then we have a cube, and a cube is the same thing as like a rectangular prism. It's just saying that the area of the base is a square and that the height is the same as the side lengths of the square. So I'm going to say that the volume of a square prism, we could call it, or a rectangular prism would be the area of a base, which is going to be 48 times 48, multiplied by the height, which is also 48. So 48 to the third power. Okay. Then we have two cylinders for legs, and so we know that the volume of a cylinder is the area of the base multiplied by the height, and I'm going to cross this out and say we need the radius for that because the area of the base is a circle, so the radius would be 5 inches. So volume, I have the area of the base, pi times 5 squared multiplied by the height. There are two legs, so I'm going to multiply this number by 2. So 2 times 5 squared, that was supposed to be a 2. 5 squared times 36, it's going to be 1800 pi, okay? And then last we have the rectangular prism. So we have to do, again, the area of the base multiplied by the height. So the length and the width are the area of the base. And then the height is 6. And there are 2 shoes, and so there's going to be 2 of those. So 2 times 6 times 12 times 6, 864. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about adding all of these up, and I'm going to go ahead and add up my like terms. So I have some numbers that have a pi in them, and I have some numbers without a pi. So I'm going to go ahead and add my pi numbers first. I have 36 plus 720 plus 1728 plus 1800. So 4,284 pi. And then if I add my numbers without the pi, and now I can go ahead and actually add these together and get my decimal answer. So I'm going to say 4,284 pi plus 139,104. $152,562.583 inches cubed. That is the volume of the Tin Man.